Toei, Toei, Toei. This is what I want to see. Like, Toei, this is what I like. Like, why can't we have this Toei animation all the time? Like, last week's episode and this week's episode. Pretty good on the pacing. Looked nice. Appealing on the eyes. Overall, the content was handled pretty well. And I felt it. Like, Toei, this is what I think you need to focus on. Don't worry about, oh, we gotta slow it down. Like, pace yourselves properly and we get good episodes like this one. Like, honestly, this flashback, while, yeah, one of the things you can say, okay, it doesn't, progress the main timeline or whatever. It was just giving us backstory on a new character. So, not, a 10 out of 10 type of episode because it's mainly just giving us exposition on somebody's backstory that we just met. But ultimately, it was still a pretty damn good episode and it was giving us a little bit more of the characterization of this man Kyros and what he's been through and his journey in life. I mean, it was a very simple episode in a sense because it was just showcasing the fucked up life that he ultimately lived, the things that he had to go through in order to find some sort of redemption. And it's a classic tale of somebody that's basically misunderstood, somebody that fucked up in life, and ultimately they didn't know where to go from here. So a little bit of a deep, kind of character in a sense. It was like, I feel like an animal, a caged animal. Where do I go from here? And to be honest with you, to a certain degree, I was like, King Rico, you kind of a dick leaving him in there. I understand that he wanted to stay in there. He was on some like Jotaro Kujo, I ain't leaving this fucking prison cell. But ultimately, it was kind of like, yeah, 100 wins and you could go, bro. And then it turned into like 3,000. So I was like a little bit there, King Rico. But at the same time, you gotta be stern. You can't be a, flimsy fuckhead because then nobody's gonna respect you. So in that aspect, I get it, basically. He was trying to help him overcome what he basically was tormenting within himself. He had like, self-torment basically through everything that he'd been through. So I get why King Rico did it. And ultimately just, we got a lot of, basically got the entirety almost of the flashback of what happened with Kyros back in the day. So we got all of that in one go. We got to see a little bit of Rebecca's birth. We got to see Rebecca's mom, Scarlet. We got a lot of different things in this episode. We get to see a little baby Viola. It's like, oh, little baby Viola. So very good episode. Really not much to analyze other than the fact that I'm analyzing Toei in particular. That is like, oh, so they decided they want to make some pretty awesome episodes these past couple weeks. Hopefully they can keep it up. I mean, I just can't deny it. Like, they did a great job with even pacing. I didn't feel bored with this episode. I think maybe they might have added little bits here or there that weren't in the manga just to kind of make everything flow a little bit better. But the fact that they did this all in one episode, it felt real right. It gave that emotion. The best part of the episode for me personally was when Kyros broke down in the middle of the episode. He's like, I just want to be forgotten. They don't like, he was tormented by society. And I guess to a small degree, this material kind of can show like a commentary basically on society and how, one little fuck up and they will keep on your ass and like, you gotta go through a living hell just to kind of change your image and shit. So in that aspect, I guess in a small way, a social commentary on just how shitty society is. And it's like, no matter what you do, I mean, if you really think about it, his daughter, King Rico's daughter, had to fake her death just to be with this guy and basically be denounced from the royalties, and with that also setting up Viola to become the next princess or whatever. But yeah, that just shows that society is shit. I mean, at the end of the day, everything Kyros had to go through was BS and just, society sucks. And I think that this episode just did it very well. The content, it made me feel it. The characters, the voice actors and everything. Yeah, this episode, very good stuff. It wasn't progressive again on the main plot, but for the content that it had to deal with, I would definitely say that it was a very good episode. Yet again, 8 out of 10 from me. Looked proper, didn't look, it wasn't amazing or anything looking either, but I think that it just did it right. It did this content very much justice. Let me know what you thought of this episode. What do you think about Kyros' backstory? How did you feel about that, seeing Rebecca's birth and what happened in the kingdom and everything, and how King Rico basically gave him a second chance, showing that he was a great leader in the end. Like, yeah, he was a little bit too stern maybe in the beginning, but ultimately he saw something within Kyros that he was a good person and even let him have his daughter and said, if it was anyone else, I'd say fuck it, but you're something different. Now, your thoughts on this episode. If Toei keeps doing these, then we will get reviews like this because I love when I get to really enjoy and really, get some grasp into a One Piece episode that I feel it was very good. And yeah, this one did it. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.